York's motivation and character writing. Hello, One Piece enthusiasts, I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about York. Well, when Chapter 1078 came out, I was on a break. I didn't bother to make a video on it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the entire thing. To start off, honestly, I should have expected the Traitor. I really should have. I was expecting it to be Shaka, the most obvious options amongst the seven, or like, dude, I don't even know. But yeah, it was pretty insane of a twist. We should have seen it coming, but none of us saw it coming. Well, let's talk about it. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. Well, where does it all start? We should have gone a little bit more in depth into their, epithets rather than whatever they were doing within the story. Shaka made more sense to me because of his actions. Lilith makes more sense to people because of her evil intentions and the way she was made. But honestly, these were all sort of foul gestures, and greed is the only thing that kept it going. I mean, it makes sense. Empathetically, it makes sense that, greed would be that side of you where it would try to take the most advantage out of the situation, and they would want to come out on top. Whether it be greed or ego or self-motivation or whatever it is, self-incentive, greed would be the only part of your aspect that will make you do things that you normally wouldn't do. If it wasn't for your good side, if it wasn't for your moral compass, your ethics, your greed will take the best of you, and this is exactly what happened here. And York isn't necessarily bad. It's just a part of it. He was built on the fact that it was basically Vegapunk's greed. And a part of Vegapunk wanted to be a Celestial Dragon. A part of Vegapunk wanted to be where the Celestial Dragons are in terms of the hierarchy in the world. And you honestly can't blame York for that. What you could blame is Dr. Vegapunk, because if it's a part of him really wanted this, and this is what is actually going to happen. Now, well, here's the thing. Now we can get into the whole motivation and conflict sort of deal. Empathetically, it makes sense why York is the traitor. I understand how everything is forming up. But what was the logic behind this? What was the logic behind trying to rat out Vegapunk so that the world government would choose you, the person who ratted out Dr. Vegapunk, to make you a Celestial Dragon? It makes no sense at all. The best they can do is give you a position of being Dr. Vegapunk, giving you more services, more facilities, and that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, you've done your deed. You've done your deed of where there was a forbidden research being done under the eyes of the world government. You've basically became a rat for them. You ratted out yourself, in fact, and now you want to be now you expect them to make you a Celestial Dragon. It makes no sense. Vegapunk's been working for the world government for the past, if I would imagine, the last 20 years, if I'm not wrong, but even more than that. Point is, the world government in no way seems to be that kind of an organization or that kind of a party that would make you their top brass just because you did something for them. Remember O'Hara. O'Hara was investigated by the Marines. It was done by Cypherpol. It was done by CP9. And you don't see Spundam's father getting a raise or whatever. He did the whole thing. Was it CP9? I think it was CP9. I don't remember. Anyways, point being, whatever happened in O'Hara, they were ratted out, they were doing forbidden research, and people did help. They got some raises. Some of them, Akainu probably became an admiral because of that. But you're not going to be a world noble just because you ratted out the world government. Makes no sense. And, of course, being the world government, they're only playing for their own selfish deeds. The Gorosei would never, ever, 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 ever let you, gain an upper hand just because you did something for them. They wouldn't make you their equals. And I would think the Celestial Dragons would be that kind of an entity that would basically have authority over the Marines as well. There is nothing that anyone can do. And someone like Dr. Vegapunk whether it be a part of you that is greed or whatever, you wouldn't want someone like that to become a part of the world nobles and would give you unlimited power. And speaking for history in itself, Doflamingo's family left Marie Joie. Doflamingo did have a status to a certain extent, but he didn't have the rights of a world noble. He could do things that other people would not be able to do, but he wasn't granted unlimited power. And that's basically my point. I don't really understand where York came up with the logic of, I'm gonna help the world government, they're gonna make me Celestial Dragon, and I'm gonna be king of the world. Makes no sense to me. Like, it seems very sort of far-fetched and at the same time very basic. Not basic, rather it feels very surface level intention. Like, I understand it's greed, I understand that it makes sense thematically, but if you're really thinking it out, the smartest man in the world, you're basically a part of the smartest man in the world, you're going to have to think things out. And if this is what you're going to get, if this is the conclusion that you come up to with this sort of a plan and think that the world government will support you, I don't really understand, man. Let me know what you guys think. I personally am not a fan of the Traitor. I would much rather prefer it to be Shaka. It made sense with the epithet and the theme, but his logic of however things was going to plan out to be, it's just absolute rubbish. And the contingency plan makes sense. Okay, I get it. He's a little bit smarter than what I expected, but bro, it's not enough. It's literally not enough. And last thing to note, S-Snake probably got more emotions than most of the Seraphim. Keep an eye out for her. I feel like she's gonna be one of those Seraphim. She's gonna be that Seraphim that stands out of everyone else and would probably get the most special treatment because I think she's starting to show feelings. That's it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Agree, disagree, let me know what you guys think about York and the motivation and how everything panned out. Until next time, peace.